What this bill does is creating total chaos for the auto industry in repealing EPA's emission standards for light and medium-duty vehicles and NHTSA's corporate average fuel economy standards. What the domestic auto industry needs now, more than anything, is certainty. My priority is to protect American jobs, maintain our competitive edge in automotive manufacturing, and ensure the United States leads in technology and innovation, and that we succeed our leadership to nobody. Our policies must reflect the realities on the ground, prioritize consumer choice, and offer a practical, ambitious path forward. We need harmonized emissions and fuel economy standards, and we must preserve the Inflation Reduction's the IRA's tax incentives to remain globally competitive. People can't afford vehicles these days. It's an issue. A sustainable and unified regulatory approach is crucial for supporting innovation and long-term competitiveness in a global marketplace. And we need to be the leaders in the global marketplace. To remain competitive, the U.S. must align with the global shift towards hybrids, electric vehicles, and down the road, who knows what other technology. Here's a fact. The global marketplace wants EVs, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let China beat us in that market. And if we're going to lead, we got to produce them here. At the same time, our policies must meet the needs of American consumers and workers, ensuring that the transition to cleaner vehicles supports U.S. jobs and domestic manufacturing. And we're competing with China that subsidizes its manufacturing, manipulates its currency, and uses slave labor. We need to bring all stakeholders they want to put us out of business and then take over. Well, we cannot let them do it. And it's our job as policymakers to support our domestic industry. We need to bring all the stakeholders to the table and find consensus on how to support a strong, stable auto industry that keeps the U.S. at the forefront of mobility, innovation, and advanced manufacturing, which, by the way, you also took that out, just for the record. The administration should be working with labor, manufacturers, suppliers, dealers, environmental groups, and consumers to create achievable rules that support a range of technologies. Going to remind everybody, I know some of you are young, some of us are a little more seasoned. In the 70s, this industry lost a decade of competitiveness to Japan because we weren't ready with the small car market when gas prices went up. We need to innovate, adapt, and build vehicles competitively here at home. The global marketplace demands EVs and hybrids, and stakeholders need certainty that federal regulations will remain consistent as we transition to cleaner vehicles, and my colleague talked about the asthma in California. The auto industry has become a ping-pong ball for everybody, and it's not fair. To remain leaders in global auto manufacturing, we need clear and consistent government policies that provide certainty, not chaos and uncertainty. This means investing in advanced manufacturing, securing domestic battery supply chains, and protecting the historic EV investments under the IRA. Repealing these standards just creates utter and total confusion. The future of the auto industry must be shaped in America and driven by American workers. I'm committed to working with everybody to make this happen, but this is not the way to do it in this bill, and I urge my colleagues to oppose repealing EPA's emission standards and NHTSA's CAFE standards. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield back.